I come to be with you at this time in these great times of change, in this time of the Great Awakening which was spoken of earlier in your discussion. The Great Awakening that is indeed upon you now, upon all of you now. The changes or shifts you are undergoing are not necessarily easy. Not because the changes are wrong, but because they are outside your comfort zone. Throughout your life, you had expectations of what you should achieve or aspire to achieve and when. But this change, this shift, does not follow a 3D pattern or any pattern you have yet conceived of. A change that likely feels right sometimes and very wrong at other times. When we arrived at the All That Is, there was a celebration going on. It was like a fair, with music, people, exhibit, etc. For me, my perception was more of a fair from the past, not one with rides and such. The first thing we experienced was a person talking. The goddess asked us to look around at who was at the fair with us. At first, I had a sense of a large group, but then I realized it was actually only about 4 or 5 people, all of whom were my soul family. For me, the person speaking was Yeshua, talking about ascension and our various lives. Your perception may be Yeshua or someone else, but the intention was to understand how our lives interacted with one another and how that led to our soul's growth. But it is not only the earth. It is not only Gaia that is in this great awakening, but it is the entire solar system. And even out into the galaxy that is in this awakening process, this ascension process. You are all moving through it at your own various paces, some faster, some slower. But you are all gaining momentum as you continue to move on leaving the third-dimensional illusionary expression behind. And that's what this time is all about, this time of great change, and the changeover that is occurring as you move through this transition more and more. And yes, indeed, it can look like it is difficult times ahead. And if you see it that way, you will create it that way. But if you see the beauty in front of you, if you see Gaia in all of her pristine glory moving into the 5th dimensional empire, and all of the people that are ready to move along with her, if you see it that way, then that is the way it shall be for you. And if it is that way for you and many, many more of you, then it becomes that way for the collective consciousness as well. So more and more will become a part of this great awakening. If they haven't already, they are destined to become a part of it. Everything is moving so rapidly with little forethought or preparation. You feel as if you have mental whiplash. It is this, know this all within days or hours. And you are exhausted. It feels like it is too much and often like a mistake. Even though you are following your inner voice, it does not feel as correct as many of your 3D moments. Your possible rightness is followed by many qualifiers of I hope and very few certainties. Somehow, those uncertainties are discarded as you push forward, much like when you initiated your inner work months or years ago. You know you have to do it, but getting there, wherever there is, does not always feel comfortable or right. Because you are on your unique path, no one can assure you that what you are doing is right, including you at this moment. Your new direction is so outside your 3D comfort zone that you cannot understand why you are driven to do or be this. There was then a sense of walking through the fair. There was food, other people talking, and sometimes we were talking to others, kind of a lecture. There was also an emphasis on just enjoying the day. As we walked, there was music, food, laughter, dancing, and all the enjoyment of a fair. It is a reminder to take time to have fun and be around those who are closest to us. At the end of our day, I realized that we all received information to help guide us on our path. I also felt as if it was time for many to make changes in their lives, and this gave them ideas of potential. The true message, though, is that it's done. Our acre complete. We are ascended. And yes, indeed, there will be some that will refuse this or that will not accept the light. And as you have heard many times, those that shall not accept the light will be consumed by the light, and that is their choice. And it is not for you to be concerned about. You be concerned about yourself and your own great awakening and your own personal ascension. And again, it's you are concerned about your own personal ascension. Then the collective consciousness becomes the part of that. But one leads to the other, and to the other, and to the other, and so on, until higher consciousness has spread completely across the planet. The old programming, the old memories that are no longer needed or forgotten, and you can move on beyond the veil of forgetfulness, but to forget no longer. For you shall remember fully who you are and why you are here, and what this is all about. At the same time, as you move into this new space, pieces that seem overwhelming fall into place with limited effort, as if it was meant to be, or you are extremely lucky. This phase is so counterintuitive you do not have the energy to fight your inner directives as you might have had a few months ago. Logically, your new direction probably feels wrong, but within yourself, there is a sense of rightness you cannot understand. Will you be pleased with this action or thought? Will the sun and stars shine brightly because you have moved in the correct direction? The answer is a resounding yes, perhaps not on day one, but as you grow into who you are becoming. Somewhat like building a new home. Once the framework is in place, the house looks smaller and less inviting than it did in the preliminary drawings. But as your new home is flushed out with walls, floors, and decor, you love what you have built. You are in the framework stage, so your new direction seems less than you imagined. I gave up all this for this will be a common refrain until your new you skeleton is flushed out. Know that each one of you is on your own particular journey of ascension. For some of you, this may be a journey that spans many, many years. For others, it is brand new. Take this moment as you are breathing in and out and in your everyday reality and consider what ascension means to you. With the Christ energy, or what is recognized as the anniversary of the Christ energy and his ascension or resurrection. Or howsoever you want to look at that, it was an opportunity for millions and millions of people around the world to focus upon that potential of your everlasting soul, or the fact that your soul lives on no matter what. As you are living your life and the vibration or frequency that you emit as you live your days continues to rise, you are getting closer to alignment with your divinity. In doing so, you have the opportunity to create change in your life that may not have been possible previously. For the moment, consider what that may be for you. Consider your ascension. Another way of looking at this, what just went through my consciousness, is just that your awareness. Are there things of which you are aware in this now moment that when you look back over the years you are unaware? Are there things happening in your life that you are seeking to manifest perhaps for a number of years and now it's here? Your question shall be answered as you are ready to receive those answers. So always, whenever you are in the process of the question, ask the question. Do not hold back. Ask and you shall receive. That is the way it works. If you do not ask, you do not receive. If you do not ask to have our presence, then you do not receive our presence. But if you do ask to receive our presence, then we are here with you. just as your I Am presence is always with you when you are aware of it. So practice that. Practice that each and every day, each and every moment that you think about it, about the I Am presence within you. That it is the awakening that is happening within you as consciousness continues to spread within yourself and throughout others. And the consciousness that is connecting, not only you with another human beings, but you with the animals and the plants. And the valleys, and the rivers, and the oceans, connecting all the mountains, connecting all as one. For it is indeed, all is one, and one is all. Always remember that as the ascension process kicks into higher gear, now as you are moving forward. And freedom is within your grasp, again, individually and as a collective. There are pieces of your current life that will remain within your heart, your feelings of joy at that time in your life. But you have moved beyond that time. Reading your first paragraph book gave you great joy, even though finding that same happiness with the same book as an adult is impossible. You are through with 3D in all aspects of your being. There is nothing more you can experience or deeply feel other than comfort, as is true with an old shoe. You are now ready to attend the ball and need different shoes. New is in, and your former life is no more. Allow yourself to know that throughout this uncomfortable phase as you shift into your new skeleton, the old world is gone for you and anyone who wishes to move beyond 3D. Your world will feel foreign until you experience joy as your new skeleton becomes the framework of your new life. The interesting thing about ascension is that it is ever-changing. That goes right along with the fact that you are ever-changing. In your consciousness, in your thoughts, in your beliefs, in all that you are always in a pattern of change. It makes me smile because some of you wish to ignore that you do not want the change, you want to stay still and stay where you are. That may be holding you back, or that may be giving you a unique way of seeing how you can manifest the new and maintain what you have. Take a deep breath down within your heart. Create a ball of energy or light. You just envision it with your mind, and that energy of the chakra that is already moving creates that ball of energy. You send it down through your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root centers. It goes down into the earth. As it spreads out in every direction, take note of what Gaia feels like to you. Feel how her energies are anchoring you. Feel how in some ways her energies are strengthening you. Once you feel that alignment, allow her energies to flow back up through that column of light to anchor within your heart. I invite you to then send that up through your throat, your third eye, and your head center. Allow your energy and focus to align with your higher self. As you look around, what does it look like to you? As you are here within your higher self, I sense that some of you need to consciously open up your energy so that you may more fully perceive what is here with you. Take this moment to just observe. There may be certain items or experiences or things that are coming up for your awareness. So reach out, my brothers, my sisters, reach out for that freedom, that sovereignty that is a part of your expression, a part of your life, if you allow it to be. You are born free. You are meant to live free. So be that freedom within you. And trust in the plan as it continues to weave its way through the many different detours that it finds along the way. Freedom indeed is there in front of you, and you all shall be free. I am St. Germain. I leave you now in peace and love and oneness. And as always, that the violet flame continues to purge out the old programming. And remember, forgive, forget, and move on. You then allow your focus to move even further up until you align with the soul plane. Within this space, push out the boundaries of your consciousness even further so that you may align even more deeply with your soul essence. Look through the eyes of your soul at all that is here. Do you have a perception of life experiences? Do you have a perception of things that would be in the past or the future as you tap into whatever it may be? Within your soul, there is no linear time. There's only that spiral in which all time-space reality may be accessed at the same time. I, the goddess, walk in and amongst each one of you. As our energies merge together, we transition into the all that is. Look around at the all that is. I'm not quite sure how to describe this, you may discern in a different way, but this is a celebration that is going on. It is a celebration for humanity. You are still in those final phases of ascension as far as the human race upon Earth, but the hardest experiences for the majority of people have been accomplished. There will still be challenges. There will still be people that currently are clueless who will awaken. But for now, as you look around, there is a sense of a celebration. There's music that is playing, there's entertainment, and it is as if you are arriving at what one might call a fair. However, this is different than what you remember. First of all, look at the group of people that you are with. Some of you may be there with your loved ones. Some of you may be there with some of the angels that have supported you all this time. But if you will look closely, these are the people that are your deepest soul connection. You may not recognize them in the now moment because they may come from other lifetimes. Open your heart and see who they are in a heart-to-heart connection. As you move through this fair, you stop at whatever gathers your attention. There are many places where you see. You might consider them prophets, you might consider them ascended masters, archangels. Those that have been your guides in one form or another have people gathering around them. As you stop there with your group of soul family, you will find that you're exactly where you need to be. As you listen to the words that are being spoken to you, some may be in a different language. Some may be words you can completely understand. However, it is the energy and the frequency and the flow that is truly communicating with you. As you listen to these words, you may find yourself transcending. It is as if you are no longer in the fair, but you are now in these particular locations that you as your soul family have lived. If this seems abstract and as if you are not connecting, then simply allow your energies to open up and just let your consciousness relax. As your guide is speaking with you about these experiences, whatsoever they may be, you have an opportunity to discern perhaps the influence that you had on the others or the influence that they had upon you.